Most people in life are looking at how do we make a life worth living and retirement worth having. They're struggling at times to figure that out because our planning, our educational process, and our strategy in college doesn't automatically promote the next position in the world. A lot of people graduate from college and don't ever utilize the studies that they actually pursued. They go into other areas of the world and business because they think, well, I'm not finding a job in my field, so I can do this for a while, and then they end up in it for several years at a time. Some people network. They openly, proactively listen to others, what they're doing, and say, hey, I might like to do that with you. Do you need volunteers? Do you need other things? But in truth, you cannot prove yourself as a worker until you've done some volunteering in the world. Volunteering is a generous opportunity. It allows you to serve without expecting something major in return. The personal benefits are usually the most rewarding. The intellectual benefits are usually second, and third become the relational or emotional benefits of volunteering in a small group or a tandem team or a trio or whatever works in that situation for however long it stays small. In life, we have moments of time to prove who we are in the house of the Lord. And in the house of the Lord, there are, of course, many rooms. We know this from biblical verse. You can look it up in any online Bible. But the truth is, the people of the world must learn how to be not of this world. When we're not of this world, we are constantly thinking, what would Lord Jesus think of my behavior right now? We are constantly putting ourselves on the floor, on our knees, with our face possibly to the ground, realizing that even the angels of the Most High God do not look and gaze upon Mother and Father God's faces. They don't look upon Lord Jesus unless they're invited. And the truth is, it is our arrogance to think that just being seated or standing is the right way to pray. In the East, they do show honor to their Lord Muhammad in a very honorable way. They put down a prayer mat, they get on their knees, and they show alms to the Lord above. In life, we have to recognize that our homes don't have altars like they do in Japan. Our home in Japan had an altar to those who are ancestors and to the god Amaterasu. And openly, she is the mother of all Japan. They have a matriarchal society instead of a patriarchal society, but they did have deities that were male, and they do have gods of thunder and gods of lightning and gods of other things. In China, they have amazing stories about monkey kings and all sorts of magical beings that help promote peace, love, honor, and regard, and a little bit of mischief along the way. Practically, we have to think about how we look to people at times, but other times we have to let live and let live. Live and let live says, I am not going to interfere with anyone else's rights. Live and let live says, I am not going to lie in my profession and pretend to have had a conversation with someone and mark it down as if we did. It also means we're not going to produce an interview of someone and then taint it for our own benefit or for that of people who've invited us to do that interview on behalf of some situation. The truth is, who we are today doesn't matter until we go home to the Lord. Who we are today is what we do, what we say, and how we believe we have rights to other people. If you are a person who is single, you have rights solely to yourself. You might have rights to a dog or a cat or a pet of some kind, but beyond that, those are where your rights begin and end. If you're in a couplehood, then maybe you have some rights to your significant other, your partner, or possibly to your children if they are still of the youngest of ages. But in life, we have moments of time to prove who we are in the house of God. And the only way to do that is to celebrate the souls that the Lord puts in people. There are many people who struggle with different types of ailments, different types of situations, and different types of illnesses. There are also children of the Lord who have special needs, and those special needs needed special either medications or special training or special things. In life, we have moments of time to prove who we are in the house of God is true. But in life, when the Lord moves something, He moves it. When we move something, we move it. But if you are not willing to get on your hands and knees to pray to the Lord about very important things that do not involve you at all, you want to be very careful in what you're doing. The Lord is watching at all times. The Lord is looking at you saying, what do you think you're doing, lording over someone else's life? The Lord is going to impact your life based on how you put yourself out there, how you actually share your love with the right people at the right time. In life, we have moments of time to speak our minds. We have moments of time to tell people how we feel. But when we volunteer, when we violate someone else's rights, when we lie to other people about what someone did or didn't do, or when we're not really sure, because technology can be so destructive in this world. We can have social engineering pretending to be someone. We can have conversations with people we think on the phone, only to find out that it's not that at all. In life, we have moments of time to literally do the right thing, but we also have moments of time to literally sit, relax, and be at peace. In life, we need to know who is who. The only way to do that is to have an angel around us directing our steps. Allowing the Lord Jesus to work through us is what we're supposed to do. But when we violate human rights, when we take away someone's life, when we make fun of what the Lord is doing within someone, we've insulted God. In life, there are moments of time to prove who we are in the house of the Lord, and those who violate the law, those who steal rights from others, those who steal property, those who steal paperwork, those who steal productivity and performance and opportunities are facing hell. This is a promise of the Lord in the Bible, in the passages, in the stories that we have been told through generations of those of us who have attended church, sat through sermons, or literally gone to any religious course of study. That goodness produces goodness, love produces love, peace produces peace, but any other dereliction of duty produces vice, vanity, violence, and all sorts of voraciousness. In life, we have moments of time to prove who we are in God's house, and the only way you do that is to be as godly and Jesus-like as possible.